I'm Lauren Herrera of SmashTheScale.com, a 45-day program so you can break free from yo-yo dieting and self-sabotage so you can feel amazing in your skin. Sheila Veers and I have teamed up to bring you this very unique program you can do at your local gym or in the comfort of your own home. In this video, you'll see instructions on how to do an in-the-gym workout using barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, and machines. Thank you so much for letting us coach you through this self-discovery journey. We can't wait to interact with you on Facebook, on our calls, and through our emails. Please feel free to reach out to us at any time. When you guys are at the gym, you're going to do the same exact warm-up every single workout. You can just print off your sheets and follow along. So we're gonna do 10 squat to stands, 5 lateral lunges on each leg, and then 10 push-ups. And you can definitely do push-ups on your knees, or you can do a full push-up on your toes, whatever's gonna feel more comfortable. For your squat to stand, just make sure that your feet are wider than your hips and your toes are facing forward so that you actually get a stretch out of this. You're gonna bend over, so you get a hamstring stretch first. Then you're gonna drop your hips down as low as you can get and don't let your feet twist. Then reach your arms up and then stand up. So you're gonna get a full body stretch and you're gonna get all your joints to get some good movement in them. So as a profile, toes face forward, bend over, drop the hips down, arms up, and stand up. So you're gonna do 10 of these. Your lateral lunge is gonna be wider and your toes, again, are gonna face forward. You're gonna counterbalance with your arms just so that you can allow yourself to get down as low as possible to stretch the inner and outer leg and the inner and outer ankle. So you just stretch your arms forward as much as you need to so you don't feel like you're gonna fall over. And again, the profile, you wanna have a flat back and make sure that the bending just comes from the hip, the knee, and the ankle, not your back. So we'll do 5 on each side every time you work out. Your final warm-up is for your upper body, so you're gonna do a push-up. You can either go down onto your knees, push your butt forward, lift your chest up, and look at the floor about 3 feet in front of you so that your neck stays straight. You're just gonna bend your elbows, press back up. You're gonna go for 10. If you feel that you can do a full push-up, squeeze your butt really hard. Again, look at the floor about 3 feet in front of you, bend, and straighten. And now you're ready to rock and roll. Your push press setup is going to be the same as the squat, meaning that the bar is going to be set up right below your collarbone. So again, you don't strain any of your body parts while you're getting in and out of the lift. You want to be careful not to strain your wrist, and then also again in your back. So when you do this one, we're just gonna go a little bit wider than our shoulders. So when you go up to the bar, you wanna be able to step back from it so that you can visualize that distance that's just a little bit wider than the shoulders. You can also use a mirror if your gym has mirrors. I'll show you what I mean. So you're gonna go up to the bar and start with your arms straight. You wanna look to see what that distance is a little bit wider than your shoulders. You can also look straight ahead, and your index finger, when you're looking in the mirror, should be just right outside the edge of your shoulder. Once we're there, we're gonna go up to the bar, bend our legs to get down below the surface of it, and it's okay right now for our elbows to be pushed forward and our wrists to be bent a little bit. My legs are in a little bit of a squat position, so that now all I have to do is stand up and I'll clear the rack. Once I do that, I'm gonna step away from the rack. My feet are gonna be directly underneath my butt cheeks, and I'm tight, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna take a little teeny tiny baby knee bend so that I can force the bar overhead. As it goes overhead, I'm gonna poke my head through the window of my arms so that the bar is above the shoulders, above the hips, and above the ankles. As the bar comes down, I'm gonna lean my chest back because that's gonna get my nose out of the way. I don't wanna do a little chicken move with my neck. I want this to come from my core and the rest of my spine, not just the spine and my neck. So I'm gonna do a little baby knee bend, push it up overhead, bring it back down. Baby knee bend, push it up, bring it back down. So that's a push press. You can also do a strict press, which is going to be a lot more work. I'm gonna squeeze my butt cheeks and push them forward. That's gonna force my chest back and my nose out of the way. I'm gonna push the bar up, and this is actually my rest position with the bar overhead. I'm gonna take a big inhale and hold my breath. Push it overhead. So this has a lot less movement, and I'm holding my breath again while the bar is in motion. When you're done, you'll keep it on your chest is lifted a little bit. You'll just walk straight into the rack and then bend your legs to put it down. So you can do either one, push press or a strict press. Approach the bar by placing the hands a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Bend the elbows and the knees to get below the surface of the bar. Stand up, lifting the bar off safely. For push press, small knee bend as you push the bar overhead, hips swinging back, bar pressing slightly backwards. For a strict press, push your hips forward, push your hips back as you drive the bar overhead. When the bar is overhead, more body weight's towards the toes, and when it's down, more body weight is into the heels. Walk forward against uprights, bending legs to return bar to the hooks. Swing is one of my favorites because you're going to develop your glutes, your hamstrings, your back, and a little touch of your arms. You want to make sure that you're a swing going back and forth, not a squat going up and down. So you're going to use your kettlebell, and you're going to set your feet up in your squat position. Only this time you're going to be a little bit back behind it so that we can automatically put tension into the thrust of the swing. So our chest is going to be up, we're going to stick out our butt, bend our legs enough to get our hands on. Once we're here, we're driving your hips back and lifting your chest up. You're going to pull your shoulders back, and that's going to tilt the kettlebell. That's going to integrate the kettlebell directly into your core. You're going to swing high your crotch, thrust your hips forward. The kettlebell is going to have a moment of hang time. This is going to allow you to transfer into other exercises, including the ones in the rest of this workout. When you're done, finish at the bottom of the swing and just let the kettlebell fall forward. Remember, it's all about a hip thrust. Your shins are going to stay straight up and down, and just the hips get to move back and forth. To set up your goblet squat with a kettlebell, you're going to straddle the kettlebell like you're riding a horse or you're riding a bike. Your chest is going to be up, your arms are going to be straight, you stick out your butt just like you're doing the deadlift. This time you're going to snap your hips, shrug your shoulders, and then pop the kettlebell up so that you're holding on to the horns. Your feet are wider than your hips so that you can drop down into your squat, keeping your chest up nice and high. Stand up, squeeze your butt cheeks. From the profile, chest up nice and tall, stick out your butt to go down, stand back up, squeeze your butt. To put it down, you're going to hinge at the hips, let your hands transfer to the handle so that all the work stays in your leg, nothing gets stuck in your back. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell. You're just going to hold it with your fingertips up. That's going to force you to use your posture muscles instead of gripping it and kind of dipping forward and maybe just using your grip to keep it in position. Setup is the same. Your feet are wider than your hips. Your toes are pointed out a little bit. Chest up nice and tall. Stick out your butt to go down. Stand back up. Squeeze your butt cheeks to stand up. Adding a press to your clean. We're going to start with the thumb facing back in the rack position. When you go up into your press, your palm is going to face forward. As you bring it back down, it's going to face your body again. So you'll do a clean to get into position. And then from here, you're going to push your forearm into the kettlebell as you press it up overhead. So you're using the kettlebell and your forearm for leverage, making sure that your wrist stays straight. So there's always a little bit of a tension going into the kettlebell. If we put it together in a chain, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to have our swings. We got to transfer to a one-hand swing if we're going to do a clean. And I'll go for my reps of the clean. When you do your clean from a swing, you have to toss the kettlebell in front of you. Let it flop over, pull it back in. Your elbow is going to feel really springy and rubbery. From there, you're up into your press. Notice that your chest is going to come forward as you press the kettlebell overhead. And if I'm gonna switch sides, that thrust from the swing is what allows us to change without losing our momentum. Into the swing, into the clean, press, rack, swing. Clean, press, rack, and we're done. Criss-cross, begin on your back. Hug your knees into your chest, curl up to the base of your ribs so you can see your stomach. Keep your head up the whole time and put your hands behind your head like a prisoner. Extend your left leg and take your left elbow over to your right knee. Twist and change the legs as you twist. For an added bonus, look at your back elbow to stretch out your eyeball muscles. Mermaid, you can either have your legs stacked and off to the side, or you can set yourself up like a pinwheel with one shin in front and the other shin out to the side. Mermaid has 3 progressions. You're gonna hold on to your shin and stretch over. Place your hand down and slightly bend your elbow so you don't jam your shoulder up in your ear. Stretch over again. The second progression, your forearm is gonna go down onto the ground and you're gonna use the ground for leverage to stretch your rib cage. Stretch over again. Your final progression, you're just gonna rotate and let your arm drop and relax. When you do saw, your feet are gonna be wider than the mat or wider than your hips. Flex your toes up to the ceiling and put your arms out at a T. You're gonna twist, stretch down, come back up and center at the same time. Twist, stretch down towards your toe, come back up and center.